Writing young adult fiction. For me, the best place to start is the story itself. What do I want the story to be about? Where do I want the story to end? I know a lot of people like to start at the beginning, but the middle and the end were always the parts that came to me first, and then I go back and focus on the beginning. As I think about the story, the characters seem to create themselves. A lot of writers say that you should do an outline of the characters and the story, but I've always found that the best result comes when I let the story flow out of me without much prior planning. I basically let the story write itself, but if outlining helps you, then do it. Don't let anyone tell you that you're doing it wrong, because everyone has a unique writing style. However, there are a few things that everyone needs to take into account to create a successful teen novel. The first thing you need to focus on is your narrative voice.
Writing young adult fiction, creating a youthful narrative voice. Narrative voice. What your narrator says and how he says it is a defining feature of young adult fiction. Here are 5 ways to make your narrative voice teen-friendly, whether your narrator is your young main character or an all-knowing, omniscient being. Embrace your inner drama queen. Relax your grammar. Match sentence structure and paragraphing to your audience. Embrace immaturity. Don't preach.
The second thing is creating teen dialogue.
Creating teen dialogue when writing young adult fiction. Writing dialogue that sounds like it's spilled from the lips of teens makes your young adult fiction novel more believable to your audience. Use these 5 tips to defy your age and write dialogue that's both young-sounding and youth-pleasing. Blurt things out. Choose simple words. Exaggerate. Lighten up. Make the conversation about the speaker.
And the third is evaluating character and plot.
Evaluating character and plot in young adult fiction. As you write your manuscript for young adult fiction, edit your work by evaluating characters and plot. Self-editing lets you address story issues even before you ask someone to read your adult young novel. Here are 5 questions to help you decide whether you still have some character and plot shaping to do. Did you force your protagonist out of his comfort zone at crucial moments? Has each obstacle pushed the plot and characters forward? Are the consequences of failure dire enough at each stage of the plot? Does each scene in each chapter contribute to its character overall goal? And does every chapter contribute to the character's achievement of his story goal? If you take your protagonist as he is in the final scene and drop him back into the first scene of the story, has he matured enough to handle the initial conflict so well this time around that your novel wouldn't even be necessary? If you're confident answering yes to all, you may indeed be at word tweaking stage and perhaps last draft.
For more on how to write young adult fiction, read Writing Young Adult Fiction for Dummies.